So Borderlands 2, got a chance to watch it, and honest to God, if you're watching this video, this is going to be probably one of my shortest videos. It was a mess. In case you have been living under a rock, new Borderlands movie has been released based on the video game Borderlands, and it is directed by Eli Roth, which I don't think was a great pick for this film. This film was meant to bring the chaotic, humor-filled and action-packed world of Pandora to the big screen, and it failed miserably. This movie follows the story of Lilith, and she is an outlaw with a mysterious past, and she has to return to Pandora, which is a dangerous and lawless planet. She then forms an alliance with a group of misfits and to save the universe from danger. One of the things wrong with this film was the cast. The characters were so miscasted, it was a joke. You want to know what's crazy? Craig Mazin, who was the showrunner for HBO Chernobyl, was originally writing this movie, but when the rewrites came, he took his name out of the credits because he didn't want to be associated with this film, and that was the bullet truly missed. And the fact that Cate Blanchett only signed onto this film because he was writing it says a lot about the production and the amount of faith they had for this film, and now it's just an absolute train wreck. This film has bombed so bad, I'd rather rewatch Cats in 4K HDR at home. Bearing in mind the video games are R-rated, the video game is supposed to be a complete, bunker fest of action-packed set pieces, and the most ridiculous thing is, if you watch the action set pieces, you can tell there's something missing. You can tell they've been cutting out a lot of cutaway shots because they must have had a R-rated idea in mind, and because this film is a PG-13, they had to scale back on the violence, hence why one character moved from one space to another space in less than 10 seconds, and you must be thinking to yourself, how did they move that quick without any explanation? Because they had to cut it out? It was just boring and lazy editing, and that was the sad thing. I would have preferred this movie if it was R-rated. And I'll be honest with you, I'm not a huge fan of Eli Roth. I like some of his films. I like Thanksgiving. I thought that was a great film. That was one of my favorite films of last year because it had that fun Halloween feel behind it. But like I said, him being the director for this movie was not the best shout. He doesn't have that creative imagination for a sci-fi, fantasy, RPG rendition of a video game. The script was meant to be funny, the script was meant to be hilarious, having inside jokes from the game itself. I didn't get any of that. I wasn't laughing, I wasn't holding my hand on my chest and giggling away. None of that happened, and that is a shame for a film that had so much source material that they could not even get that right. But I will say this, one of the best elements of this film when it comes to comedy was Kevin Hart, and that is saying quite a bit because Kevin Hart was miscasted once again for this film. He wasn't the character from the games itself. This was a film that missed its mark entirely. Poor writing, poor humor, lazy action set pieces, bad green screen, actors who didn't want to be there, and a director that was not the right fit. I'm telling you right now, if you don't watch this movie, you're not missing out much. Borderlands is now officially out in cinemas. Have you seen it? Did you like it? Did you hate it? Let me know in the comments.